that have really stood out for you to start off this school year?
Kids getting in classrooms, first and foremost. How many students came ready to learn? They were excited to see their teachers. We as a district were ready to accept them. Air conditioning was up and running. Our buses, 98 point something, but 98% of our buses were running on time, which is exciting as well. So air conditioning, buses, teachers. We were staffed. Only 2% of our classrooms didn't have a fully licensed educator. That's the first time in many, many years. And we know that they're the most important people in our schools interacting with our kids.
I know there are lower vacancies. One of the big areas that you're still trying to get teachers in is special education. How is that recruitment going, and how important is it to fill those classrooms?
Special education educators are extremely important. They work one-on-one in most instances with students. And so if you're interested in becoming a special education educator, we would love to have you join us. We're working with UNLV, UNR, Nevada State, and also actually outside entities to help us find more special education teachers.
I know culture and climate is one of your big initiatives. We've heard many years in the past, teachers coming to me, I don't feel comfortable talking because of retaliation. I feel like I'm not heard in the classroom. Where are you with your efforts in addressing that, and what are your discussions with teachers right now?
That, when I interviewed for this position, it was a huge piece of the interviews. We're not listened to. We don't have the ability to do the work that we know that we can do. And so I've spent the first 100 days really focusing on culture and climate, lifting up our educators, celebrating the great work that they do, going into their classrooms, having conversations, listening to our parents. We need to make sure that we are there, because if we don't fix culture and climate, we cannot get to high academic achievement.
Retention rates went up last year compared to the previous year, about 10%. How do you expect to continue having that number going, having that trend going?
Yeah, a huge part, and we know educators have told us that pay, making sure that they're compensated for their work, is why they stay. So during the 2023 legislative session, there was the influx of revenue for education, much needed, went towards paying our educators. During this legislative session, we also had 2 bills pass, Senate Bill 500 as well as Assembly Bill 398, which also has compensation. And so we want to make sure that those dollars drive to the classroom, to paying all of our staff, our support staff, our teachers. We're very fortunate that the contract was ratified before school started for our educators. We're working on the other contracts as well. So compensation is a huge part of it. And then also culture and climate. Again, making sure that people feel valued, that they know that their voice is heard. If something is happening within their school environment, that they're heard and that we make adjustments.
I know one of the big things has been increased staffing, but there's still some concerns I'm hearing about class sizes. Is there anything that can be done at the district level, or is that something that needs to be addressed by the state?
Both. It's not, I don't think it's an either or question. The state needs to continue to address funding. We're still, even though we did have the large influx, we are still one of the lowest funded states in education nationally. That is a fact. As well as how we construct our classrooms, making sure that we work with the principals to have balanced classrooms as well.
And what do you, okay. Security is also something I constantly hear from people. What are the main areas that you're really using right now to address safety in the schools? And that could be either when it comes to discipline, which we spoke about before, but then also looking at infrastructure.
Yes, we're still working on the infrastructure, single point of entry for all of our schools. We do have the funding. It's just a matter of making sure that all of those projects are brought to fruition and completed. We also have our weapon detection systems that are out in our schools. And then every single person, including myself, has our badge where we can activate if there is an emergency within a school building, and that we can direct the resources to the need where it's at that moment in time.
Sorry, quick follow-up. The weapons detection systems, how many schools actually have those, and could we see more schools get them? How effective have they been so far?
They're very effective. They are random. They are not permanent in each of our buildings, nor are they permanent at our football games. And so that's just part of our security plan, that they are randomized, and so you don't know one day, yes, at your school that will be there, and another day it will not.